Hi there again. So this is just another little follow-up video on the carbon fibre C-pillar kit, how to fit this part. And I just wanted to do a sort of brief description on the final part of the C-pillar kit. As you can see, we've got the C-pillar on and our part is fully glued now. We've got all the the glue's gone off. It's Thursday, so by Friday it will be at 100% strength, which is tomorrow. But I just wanted to do a video just showing the underside, the parcel shelf extension. So there's a parcel shelf extension on the top side. That piece is this piece, and that's basically taking it from the old window hole. You can see the spot welds along here to the new window hole, which is here, and we have a new gutter. So BMW extended the gutter from there to here when they made the M3 rear window frame, and it was just to create a different rake of the C-pillar itself. So there was a underside extension of that as well. So as you can see, when BMW made it, there was a big gaping sort of area just from here, which is the original gutter, to the new gutter, and that area was just basically unfilled. So they went ahead and made a pressed steel item which joined this new gutter, and it was spot welded along this edge and along that edge, so that when the two met, it gave the window frame, which is this piece, rigidity. So there is a second piece to my kit. So my window frame kit comes with the internal structures. As you can see, all the internal structures up there and all the way around, and it also comes with the underside parcel shelf extension as well, which is a piece that you need to be able to fit this window frame on properly and give it its 100% strength. I've got this piece down here, which is the underside parcel shelf extension. As you can see, this is the last piece to go on. So you fit the window frame on, as we have, as you can see in the last videos we've made. And once you've fitted the window frame and it's fully glued, you can go ahead and then fit the final piece of the window frame. This window frame extension, parcel shelf extension, you can see where it would have been spot welded from factory, along that point and along this point. So there's all the spot weld marks. If we turn it over, this one's got a little bit of a shiny surface on it. Some do, some don't, depends on what bag of material we use. But the scenario is that when you do a bond glue joint, you want to actually have the carbon surface rough. So wherever the glue is going to touch the carbon to steel, it needs to be a rough surface for it to basically adhere to. So it's the same principle as putting paint on a car. You wouldn't put paint on a car on a shiny surface. You have to key the surface for the paint to be able to stick. So once you've keyed the surface, there is going to be microscopic dust on here. Use some acetone, clean surface completely with acetone, making sure that there's no microscopic dust, and that is just because the glue will stick to the dust rather than the actual carbon, and then the piece could fall off, or you could end up with a rigidity problem. It wouldn't be structurally strong. What we're trying to achieve is strength. Alright, so I'm going to use the same glue as what we use to hold the C-pillar on, which is the Permabond e30 and the same dispenser as well, which you can buy these all from Easy Composites, which is a carbon fiberglass company online. They'll ship worldwide. And yeah, these, if you buy these through them, they're about £50 a tube. If you buy them anywhere else, they're nearly £100 a tube. So they do a very good deal on these. And you will use, we've now used 3 on the roof, 1 on the C-pillar, and we'll use a half of one fitting this piece. So you do use quite a lot of it when you do these structural sort of repairs to the bodywork or fitting new parts. So I'm now going to go and apply this glue to the carbon fibre itself all the way around, like we did last time, on all the dull surfaces. And then I'm going to come into the boot and apply it to the underside of the carbon. As you can see, I've already prepped the carbon under here. Hard to see, but The carbon under here has already been sanded all the way around, all the way down to the underside of the gutter. And I've also been under and sanded off the paint where the glue is going to be touching onto the metalwork. This is exactly the opposite side of the original gutter, so we're extending from the original gutter to the new gutter of the C-pillar. So this is what this extension is for. And yeah, so I've removed all the paint where it's going to be touching on all the way around on both sides. So scoot around so you can see. I'm going to go ahead and fit this just under here so you can see how it fits. But what I've done, I don't know if you can see that in the video, I've actually sanded this lip all the way around on both this C-pillar and also my under parcel shelf extension, and I've created a uniform flat surface. So that surface, once crimped, will actually be a very, very tight surface. If there's any lumps of carbon or the carbon is uneven in this area, it can end up a wide joint, and a wide joint isn't strong. So I go ahead and sand that area just so you can see, and it makes it nice and uniform. Alright, so when I actually clamp all these together, it will be nice and tight. Again, I've done the same in this area here, sanded it so it's nice and smooth rather than actually being rough and lumpy like the shiny part is. As you can see, this shiny part is rough and lumpy in some places. So I'm now just going to go and pop this up under here. I'll just pause the video for a sec. So all I've literally done is just push this under section straight up, and it actually hooks onto this edge on both sides, and that creates a pinch effect and it holds it up in position on its own. So I haven't applied any glue to this, there's no clamps, there's no screws. This piece is sitting up there on its own. I'll just show you on the underside. So again, you can get the idea of what's actually happening here and what BMW did. They actually lengthened this area to create strength for the gutter and the window frame. So if I go down there, all the way down, you can see that that's a nice little extension, and it will make the window hull very, very rigid. So this is where the C-pillar gets its strength from. When I pull that up, I haven't clamped anything, but when I clamp it and pull it up, it will pull all the gaps together, and you'll end up with a nice tight carbon joint. So if I show you here, it's actually a very, very nice tight joint there, all the way along. See you later, mate. So yeah, that'll give you a nice surface finish when we clamp those. So what we're going to do is we're going to apply glue on all these areas, on the steel work and on the carbon piece. I'll clamp them up this time, we'll screw them up, and we'll get the tightest body joint we can. Then when we finally put the window in, which is the last piece to go in once the car's painted, the window actually offers rigidity to the C-pillar itself as well. So you can actually fit a full original glass M3 window to this, or you can just go, you know, the Lexan plastic windows. But either one, as you can imagine, the Lexan, all the glass window will be bonded at the top and all the way around the side here, all the way along the bottom. And because the window and the glass, the Lexan plastic or glass, cannot stretch either way, what you're trying to do is you're trying to rip. If you forced it down there, you're trying to pull the window away from the top of the roof, and that's trying to pull the C-pillar away from the roof skin. That's not going to happen. You won't pull this off the roof skin, you won't stretch this part, which means that the bottom of the window will keep the complete curvature and will never try to flex. So this entire window frame, given that it's carbon fibre anyway, will be as strong, if not stronger, once we've finished bonding this, than the original steel part would have been. The rigidity of this item fitted is unreal, and and it actually does feel a lot stronger. You tap it, you knock it, and you can push it. It feels a lot stronger than the original metalwork one. So I'm now going to apply the glue. I'll do another video just with the glue applied, and then you'll be able to and just see how it is once it's fitted. All right, thanks.